Hello guys, today in myself Professor Jyoti Thange in EMI, that is electrical measurement instrument, we learn first topic from unit number 1, that is static and dynamic characteristics of instruments. First of all, what is the instrument? Instrument is a measuring device used for measure the unknown quantities. Now there are two types of the characteristics are present, that is the static characteristics of the instrument and dynamic characteristics of the instruments. Now in unit number 1 and in lecture number 1 we have to learn the static characteristics. First of all, see what is the static characteristics. The static characteristics pertain to a system where the quantities is to be measured and the constant or varies very slowly with time. For example, the temperature of furnace. In this, in other word, we can say that the characteristics does not vary with time is called the static characteristics, means these characteristics are constant with time. And in dynamic characteristics are vary with time. As time goes on varying, characteristics goes on vary. Now first of all we have to learn the static characteristics. First of all, see the types of static characteristics. First characteristics, that is the accuracy and precision. Here accuracy and precision, these both terms are uh, we can say that they are defined very close to each other. First of all, see accuracy of an instrument is to measure how close the output reading of the instrument is to the correct value. And now precision, precise is nothing but measurement that are close to each other are the precise. And basic difference between accuracy and precision is that in precision there is a set of the values, and in accuracy there are the only one value may be accurate. Now the measurement can be done with the precise but inaccurate. Neither precise not nor accurate, precise and accurate. Now, a second characteristics is the repeatability and reproducibility. These are again closer to each other. First of all, see repeatability. It describes the closeness of the output reading when the same input is applied repeatedly over a short period of time with the same measurement condition, same instrument and observer, same location, same conditions are used for maintained throughout. And reproducibility, now it describes the closeness of the output reading for the same input when there are change in the method of measurement, observer, measuring instrument, location, conditions of use and time of measurement. Now we can understand from these two definitions that repeatability and reproducibility is nothing but the measurement of the uh, same reading in different in number of times. But difference is that in repeatability, observer, locations, then instruments all are maintained same throughout. And in reproducibility there will be the observer, location, all conditions are varied. Now see, next point is tolerance. In tolerance is the term that is closely related to the accuracy and define the maximum that is to be expected in some value. Example, electric circuit components such as the resistance have tolerance of perhaps 5%. One resistor chosen at a random from batch having nominal value 1000 watt and tolerance is 5% might have to actual value anywhere between 950 to 1050. Means tolerance is a term which gives you that much of the percentage may vary in the actual value. Now next point is the range and span. Again these are closer to each other. The range of the instrument defines the minimum and maximum value of the quantity that the instrument designed to measure, and this span is the difference between maximum value and minimum value that the instrument is designed to measure. For example, 0 to 20 is the range and span is 20. Span is calculated by the formula that is maximum value minus minimum value, and range is defined from minimum value to maximum value. Now next point is linearity. It is highly desirable that the measurement system has a linear relationship between input and output, means that we can change the output proportional to the change in input is to be measured. Deviation from true linearity is called the linearity error. In other words, we can say that the as we vary the input simultaneously or proportionally, there will be variation in the output. Then we can say that there will be the linear characteristics. And if any deviation is formed, means this is the error. Next point is the sensitivity. Sensitivity is the ratio of change in magnitude of the output to the change in magnitude of the input, or we can say that it is the ratio of output upon input, deviation in the output upon deviation in the input. For example, if the measured value is increased by 100 millivolt for the temperature rise in 4 Celsius, the sensitivity is dV by dt, means 100 millivolt divided by 4C is equal to 25 millivolt per C. Now, next point is the threshold. If the input of the instrument is gradually increased from 0, the input will have to reach the certain level before the change in instrument output reading is of a large enough magnitude to dictatable. This minimum level in the input is known as a threshold of the input. In other words, threshold is the minimum value required to turn on the device. Fuel level indicator is the most uh, most favorite, we can say that favorite example in this. Now resolution is the lower limit of the magnitude of the change in the input measure and quantity that produces an observable change in the instrument output. Next is hysteresis. Non-coincidence of loading and unloading curve is known as hysteresis. Hysteresis curve is the curve that we can say that uh, its value is vary from minimum to maximum and again return to its original position. This curve form the hysteresis. Now, last characteristics from this static characteristics is the drift. It is an undesirable gradual departure of the instrument output over a period of time that is unrelated to change in the input operating conditions or load. Zero drift is set in where there is a gradual shift in the entire calibration due to slippage. The drift is said to be span drift if there is a proportional change in the indication all along with the upward scale. These are the static characteristics of the instrument. In the next lecture, we learn the dynamic characteristics of the instrument. Again, there will be the different dynamic characteristics. In short, I say that dynamic characteristics means characteristics that vary with time. From next lecture, that is lecture number 2, we learn the dynamic characteristics of the instruments. Thank you, guys.